Hi everyone, Melanie here from Balloon Artworks in Derbyshire in the UK. I'm here with another balloon bouquet tutorial for you and I can't wait to show you how to make this display. For the base of our 4th birthday balloon bouquet, take some black 5-inch rounds and inflate with 4 strokes of the hand pump. So as soon as you've done inflating, take your hand pump off straight away. Put a twist in that balloon and flatten the top a little bit just to round it off. Hang on to that balloon with your other hand and make sure that your hand pump has returned to the down position and inflate the next one. Off the hand pump straight away, put a twist in there. I'm doing that because if you don't take the balloon off the hand pump, the balloon will start to go down because you will lose air through the pump. Take your 2 balloons, cross the necks over one another, wrap around a couple of times and then tie. Okay? Make another one of these. Take the 2 duplets, just put them together and twist them around one another like that, and that forms a cluster of 4. And to make 2 more of these. Next, we're going to do the same thing with some white 5-inch round balloons. So inflate to 4 strokes of the hand pump, that's 4.5 inches. So off the pump straight away, put a twist in that balloon and inflate the next one. If you want to use your electric inflator and size of the sizing box or with your digital sizer, then go ahead, that's great. Make another one of these, put these 2 together, wrap around one another, and make another one of these. Take your 2 duplets, wrap them round one another until you've got them positioned like this. And make 4 more of these. Next, I'm taking a 260 and I'm just wrapping the tip end around into this cluster, and then I'm just going to tie that tip onto the necks. Take your next cluster with the colours alternating and use that 260 to wrap the next cluster in, and you want the white balloon to be positioned in between 2 of the black balloons. Next, take a completely white cluster and position on top. So you want your bottom layer in between 2 of the balloons here. And then pull that neck up and figure of 8 around a few times. Okay? Take your next cluster of 4 and position that on the top. And where here you had a white balloon, you want that to be lined up with a black balloon. And here a white balloon lined up with a black balloon here. And then take that 260 and again wrap around into that cluster, just a figure of 8 motion. Okay? And our next cluster is a completely black one. So again, position it on the top and pull that 260 around in a figure of 8. Take a cluster of 4 with the alternating colours and position that on top of your stack of balloons. And again, where we had 1 black balloon here, we want a white one up here, and a white one here, and a black one here. And then again, just wrap that 260 around. Next, take a white cluster of 4, wrap that into the top, and again, just wrap that in. Another cluster with the alternating colours, and again we're lining up so the black one is above a white one and the white balloon is above a black balloon. Okay, and just wrap that neck, that 260 around that cluster, and we're going to finish off with a cluster of black balloons. So putting those on the top, wrapping that 260 around. And there you've got your chevron pattern. Inflating my 4 balloons with air. And then I get to about this point, I want to make sure that I can just walk my fingers along the seams and the balloon springs back. For the number, I'm using a 36-inch balloon. Just unfold your balloon, find the valve. Inflate with air. So when we get to this point again, we just want to proceed with a little bit of caution, because it is easy to overinflate these foil balloons with air. Okay, and as before, walk your fingers along the seams, it springs back. Take a 260 and place that on the neck, the valve, and just turn up the end, and then just roll up the valve with the 260 inside. Okay, and we do this just to sort of create a nice, neat point. Okay, and then when you get in line with this attachment point, just fold the valve in half and take the ends of the 260 and just tie them in a knot. Okay, when you've tied one knot, tie another one, just to make sure that that neck is really securely tied up. I've got a 160, I've cut off the tip end, and I'm just going to attach that to this little attachment point here. So I'm just pinching that attachment point together, and I'm wrapping the 160 around a few times. Okay, and then tie the ends of the 160 together. And tie a second time. And I've got a couple of small water weights, and I'm going to put one in each end of the display. Just pull it in to the cluster at the end and wrap around a few times. Okay, so just pull your water weight into the end here, into this cluster at the end, and wrap the neck around a few times. So you've got both ends weighted, and because these are quite small water weights, they're not going to distort the display. So that's nicely balanced. If they're too heavy, they'll pull your display like this. If you put them through the centre, they'll cause the ends to come up and pull the display down. And then we can just pull those tails into the clusters. Take the tails, pull them into those clusters, rotate around a few times. Next, I'm I'm using the U-glue dashes. You just need a couple on each tyre. I do like to make displays without using glue, but some of you have been asking me for some techniques using glue, so here's one. And it's good to have options. I think it's important to have as many techniques available to you as possible. So I'm just going to position the car here so it's going up a hill. and then just hold it in place for a few seconds. We're going to be making some traffic lights, or I think some places call these stop lights. So take some black 5-inch rounds and inflate to about 3.5 inches, which is just 2 strokes of the hand pump. Okay. Twist and take the next balloon, just sort of flatten the ends, and that just rounds them off nicely. And then pass the necks over one another, wrap round a couple of times and tie. Okay, so that's your duplicate, and make another one of these. Take your 2 duplicates and just press them together and twist together. Okay, and make another 3 of these. And then take your duplicates and just twist them around one another. Okay, and you need to make another one of these in red and another one in either yellow or orange. 2 duplicates, wrap them around one another. Take your other duplicate and just wrap them together. Next, take a cluster of 4 and either a 160 or a 260 and just wrap the end of the 160 or 260 into that cluster. Okay? Take your next cluster of black balloons and place on the top. Pull that 160 or 260 through and just wrap around a few times. Okay? So we want our yellow balloon next, positioned directly above the green. Take that nozzle and just wrap that in. Take another black cluster, position on the top, and pull your 160 or 260 through. Your red cluster, position on the top so that the red is in line with the other colours, the green and the yellow, and just wrap that 160 or 260 through. Finally, take a black cluster, place that on the top, and wrap in the rest of that 260 or 160. I'm just air inflating this foil balloon. Pull them into the display. Wrap those 12 around, fit them in. And there's your completed 4th birthday balloon bouquet. I'll see you again in the next video.